Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
Let's
play a game together. Hi.
Okay, so you don't often get to see things at night, but also this game always loads so badly, so we're just gonna enjoy this for half a second.
Yes.
Because the missing house at the water wheel and, everything is kind of hilarious. This wasn't loaded in previously, so it's nice that it's there now.
Yes.
But, the light doesn't work here at night. It's so sad.
It's disappointing.
Also, I feel like this garden totally needs lights. But over here is sort of fun because the sign actually does light up.
Right.
And you really can't just wander around at night very often. As well as the rest of this garden looks super unbalanced to me without, the lights when you have the lights there.
All right.
But that's okay. The party zone wasn't loaded in earlier, but here it is now.
Yeah, party zone had no lights at all. It was really funny.
It didn't have anything, but I mean, you've still got, the oven and stuff missing over here. It's just not loaded in. The table's not here, but the light on top of it is.
Right.
So there are things that are missing. The whole greenhouse is gone.
Yay! Goodbye, greenhouse.
Except for the ends. So the way this handles its loading is really funny sometimes, which is why we were giggling in the last episode, because none of this is here. But anyway, I thought we could appreciate the cute little stuff in the dark real quick for whatever it is that manages to be there before we dig right into talking to Holly.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh boy.
And there was a resounding yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Philip is a brick wall about this estate business.
Okay.
Okay. So I say, why not go around it?
Get your own lawyer. Lawyer up.
Perfect. I found Mary's literary agent. You should give him a call.
How? Well, no, actually, some of them say it in the books, who the agent is, because the author will say thank you to my agent.
Right.
So it's not like you can't find them, but also the agent's not going to necessarily go anything about the estate, only about the money to do with the books and the arrangement of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're talking about the actual house and stuff, how did you find this guy, Mom? That's actually one of the more reasonable
Pish! Things. Just a couple of phone calls, one of which was not to Mr. Rich.
Okay, there's that too. I was just say one of the things is that I've known is when I've thought about writing a book, and I've looked into literary agents because a lot of people say that's one of the hardest steps of publishing a book, other than writing it. Is that a lot of people will thank their literary agents in their books, and then you can look up that agent by name and see if they're currently accepting submissions. And a lot of them, they'll be accepting submissions for the type of books they like to advocate for and publish because they understand their area of influence, what it's worth, what you can do with it. So one of the things that I've learned about literary agents is if you know what you want to write, or you've already written a book and you know what kind of genre it falls into. One, you can search agents online and see if any of them are specifically looking for that, but also you can find several books that are in that genre and see if they thanked their literary agents in the page where they have, special thanks to acknowledgements and stuff like that.
Right.
And then you can look up those agents' pages and see if they're currently accepting. And then you might even be able to get an agent who's also connected to one of your favorite authors.
You never know.
So it's kind of cool. And they'll all have their own submission rules and stuff like that, and you can't expect, they're going to take my book just because I found out who they are, but they aren't hard to find. It's just whether or not they're accepting and what they're looking for.
Right.
Anyway.
Just a couple of phone calls. Now, make some time to call him tomorrow. Get the truth from him, because you're not getting it from Philip.
Okay.
Anyway, good night.
Thanks, I guess?
I thought you were going to tell us something
Wait, where are you going? Night, Mom. If she's saying good night, why is she then going into the garden? What is she going to go do in the garden by herself? I'm going to go hang out and have a martini in my tiny castle.
Perfect.
I guess.
I love my appletinis and my margaritas and my linguinis and...
I mean, somehow Blaine had a ton of alcohol, or at least wine, in the art studio, so maybe you've got alcohol stashed away somewhere too.
That was so fucking...
Right, Mom? I love how she just keeps walking back into the garden, though. It's like, Samir Amari. Okay. Guess you'll be hearing from me soon.
Right.
Interesting.
Good to know we actually have a name.
I would be interested.
And also that she handed it to us, because none of those gestures came through at all.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. It's okay. We're going to start a whole new day, bros.
Perfect. Yes.
A whole new day. Let's open up. They give you so many rewards in this game. Oh my god, so many. I cannot stand... Okay, sometimes playing levels in this game is an incredible task. because, like, they'll give me 5.5 hours of free lives,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't know what to do with it.
She really did just walk off.
She did really, like,
whoa.
spend the entire night out in the garden somewhere.
Right? So it turns out Mary was secretly a famous writer, Barry Means.
Well, if she's telling Mr. Rich now, she definitely didn't use him to investigate the agent.
Yeah, clearly not.
Mm.
I know! That's where her money came from, not Arthur.
You don't know that, actually, as well, as far as I know.
All right.
Because if Arthur was also rich, then she had money from two sides.
Are we really supposed to hang on? So with the royalties from the Nightingale books and the movies and selling the estate to you, she'll be set for life, really. If we really, like, you're just trying to show her as being like, no, I'm trying to make your life as best as possible.
On the other hand, if she wants this estate, she'll be set for life with having to then go spend money on a place to live.
Yeah.
Because she won't have one because she sold the estate.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and I appreciate she could buy a much cheaper place with much cheaper land taxes and stuff like that. But again...
And not having to water and not having to have the upkeep and blah, blah.
Obviously, the garden god is taking care of all of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed. My apologies.
Yeah, so, like, since only one area has water at all and everything is perfect, let alone the full-on, completely ready vegetables at all times, no matter what...
We will never need to go shopping again. We'll just live on a vegetarian, vegan diet. And
if
we'll
she
be fine.
wanted to be vegan, including honey, because some vegans think that that's an animal product, even though it's not made out of the bees.
It's fine. It's really not.
I mean, it's not made from the bees, but it's okay. It's an opinion. I don't want to get into that conversation. I was going to say, then she has enough food on here with all the fruit and all the vegetables and things and everything inside the greenhouse to do it.
Right.
Like, she really could. So it'd just be property taxes and stuff.
Right. I mean, I think so. She inherited those rights along with the estate, if I had to guess.
You
actually
don't
don't
even know.
To you, I doubt it, Leonard.
Okay.
I know what you want, but that's not fair to her.
How is Leonard even connected?
I don't know either. She's my daughter, Leonard. She deserves the best.
And I appreciate that
Again.
they're trying to make Holly, who's basically, of course I want the best for my daughter, but I'm suffocating and I'm, pushy and I'm basically shoving my own agenda on you. But I'm not a bad person. I want what's best for you. And I'm like, suffocating someone and taking away their independent choice, even if you think it's the best thing for them, doesn't empower them, doesn't allow them freedom, doesn't make you a good person.
No.
Removing autonomy is one of the biggest problematic behaviors that we've ever had.
Is her phone upside down?
The camera is definitely on the bottom. So
Like, I
don't know of any phones that are designed that way. Like all the ones I've ever had, the camera's
on the top.
Well,
No.
Yeah,
yes,
no,
the
it's
top.
definitely on
it's
the
like
top.
this. Yeah, like my friend picking up my phone going, hang on.
I think so, yeah. So that is funny.
That looks
Maybe
like
it's a
upside down
specific
phone.
brand, but it does look upside down.
Watch it, old man. Remember, you need me. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna try to fix Holly, and this is fascinating.
And go, Holly's not really a bitch. She just is anxious and wants the best for you. And going, you can be both. You can be someone who wants the best for someone else and are behaving and being a royal bitch.
As we have actually discussed in another one of going like, you really can have basically situations where people will do horrific things because they love you.
And
Like,
it doesn't
horrible.
make those things okay or excusable or forgivable just because they love you.
Yep.
You don't have to keep people in your life that are hurting you, and their intentions, while their intentions do add weight to the situation, they do not change it completely. Like, if somebody hurts you and they didn't mean to, that's different than if they meant to.
Right.
Like, the intention does matter, but it doesn't change your experience or the fact that they're not respecting you. Okay? So you still need to deal with it accordingly to take care of yourself.
Uh-huh. We'll talk again when you've had your beauty sleep.
Yeah, will you talk to him at 5 a.m.? So does he work a night job? Does he live in another time zone? What's the deal, dude?
We need to know.
Yeah, that would be useful to know. Also, do you ever sleep, Holly? Like, whoa. And now Lily's not sleeping anymore because always monitoring Holly. I feel like no one's getting any sleep on this estate at all, and Lily is going to crash and burn, going, I've had to stay up and not sleep every single night since my mom got here.
I mean, sounds reasonable, but, who knows? And I find that to be weird. Like, also, I'm surprised, like, Lily definitely doesn't trust, but day 27.
Oh, no alarm clock tonight. It was just the Holly saga.
It was.
All right. Okay. Up and at 'em. 3 days and one more part of the estate left. Which, do we get to see it now?
Aye.
Do we? I'm ready for action, yes.
Move.
Wait,
I am dog.
I completely forgot you were a character in this game. Hi! Hi, Roxy.
I am dog.
You too, huh, Roxy?
I am dog.
You always seem to have such opinions. I appreciate your input.
God damn it.
Well, first we gotta see Luke off for his job interview. What? Why do we have to see Luke off to anything? Since when do you guys have that kind of relationship at all?
And since when did we know when we were gonna see? Never mind, it's fine.
And I gotta call this Samir guy, too. Yeah, how are you involved in seeing Luke off? When was that the plan? Also, do you know what time he's leaving? Because we didn't get that at all. Or Mom will never shut up about it. I don't know if Samir is actually a guy. Godspeed, Luke.
Oh boy.
Well, sure, let's get it over with.
Why not?
I don't know what to expect, but hi, I found your dog.
Haha!
Hey, you heading out?
I hope so.
I guess. I'm just like,
Oh, hey! Yeah! Off to Nevada!
That's sort of
Or
immediate.
Nevada.
Hang on, did his porch get broken again, or was that always there? Something's not loaded in with the driveway and stuff here. Like, it's just not loaded properly. It's fine.
What if they really want me for the job? Like,
I mean,
really?
they should, because you shouldn't drive out there without being for the job, because that could be really hard on your finances. You know?
Kidding.
Well, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm just stressing out, I guess.
Well, if I were more supportive of your art, I would say, Luke, you're a skilled, capable professional. You've worked a lot of other jobs that I've never heard about but have been implied by your past, and I assume you can do this. Plus, your artistic skill and interpretation is amazing. You have really good sensibilities, and you execute things ridiculously fast, so I think you'll be fine. You also take direction well, because you always let me choose what I want.
Yeah, no pressure.
But if I'm Lilly, I'll say, don't worry so much. Just knock 'em dead, killer. How's killer for an endearment?
We'll see.
Anyway,
see you in a few days.
You're gonna go do this entire job in a few days?
That sounds insane.
Or you're driving out there to get the interview, and then you'll drive back whether you get it or not, and then go out there during the production schedule if you get it?
That sounds... that's not what he said,
Not what I got either. So
yeah.
A few days. I'm building an entire movie set and all the things in a few days. I mean, he's pretty fast. He might. If they're doing this like Lily's Garden and we go over to Luke's movie set and he has to build all these things in one day, he could do it. So he could do it in 2 or 3 days.
He has the power of the mechanics god or the sculpture god. I'm not really sure which one, but he has something.
It's fine. Hey, Luke?
Yeah?
Him, what? Ooh. Oh, God. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. Even though we really don't have that kind of relationship.
And
also, like, my struggles you've not really ever attached to or really had much of a connection to. We don't really know about, the sadness or the depths of my soul or anything that's really been going on in my life other than, hi, I'm a man who's getting a divorce from my wife, except I was divorced already and I'm having some issues with my 10-year-old who apparently I keep being implied to be thinking of as like a 3-year-old or something rather than, a 10-year-old because, gosh darn man, we just fucking don't know what we're doing.
I know I never have any interest in you at all unless you seem distressed or I'm hitting on you, but it doesn't mean I don't care about the things that I care about and that I can't tell you the things that are the earmarkers of a good relationship if we had one.
That makes me feel so good. Thank you very much.
I just go get the job for me, okay? Don't do it for yourself. Don't do it because you want to. Don't do it because it might empower you or it's something you're interested in. Do it for me instead.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me actually a lot of where people go in culture going like, you might not like this, you might not enjoy this, you might not be having a good time, but you just have to think about all the people that this would really help. Okay,
I'm just gonna go to like the relationship and like directions that I've seen before. So when somebody has an idea or an interest in doing something for themselves, such as, I'm going to get this job for me or do this, art production for me or pick up this hobby or this volunteer thing for me.
Right.
And then someone else is like, yeah, do it for me. It often pulls it away from them, but I've also seen it used really aggressively where in the way that I've been around a good amount of kids in my life, there's an experience where a lot of times if parents want their kids to do something, they won't connect the kid to the fact that they're doing it for themselves.
Right.
But they'll say, do it for me. Brush your teeth for me. You know, go to the bathroom for me. Come on, potty in the toilet for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I've always felt that unless you're doing something that's for both of you, like if you're in a relationship and one person's going to go get a job that will make both of your lives better kind of thing, then you can say, do it for me. Because, you know, you're also doing it for them. And it's implied when you're very close that you're doing it for you as well. That's why you're doing it at all.
Right.
But in the case of like someone doing something like here for himself, going, I'm interested in doing art. I wanted to express myself. This is a chance to do art as a profession, and that's really cool and empowering for me.
Right.
And it's also risky and uncomfortable, but I do want to stretch there anyway. Saying do it for me is I feel like it takes away his self-exploration journey.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense to
But
me.
again,
honestly, it's also kind of frustrating. Plus, also for me, this particular line is usually used, as far as I've ever seen, with like couples who are like, you know, just do it for me, honey, okay?
Uh-huh.
You know,
And
like,
I'm trying to get you to do something.
yeah,
Like,
and
I think the job would be so good for you. Do it for me.
but also I've seen couples being like, just remember, you just got to do it for me. You got to come back for me. This is a thing that I'm connecting, you know, you to in regards to me.
Go do the big, dangerous, worrisome thing, but do it for me. Come back to me at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And
But I'm not feeling it because I just don't care.
In this case, I feel like it's inappropriate because, again, it's part of his personal development journey, but it also feels like, again, Lily's having her own personal experience disconnected from his, the way this is being written. Of going, this is about me. You succeeding or being socially valuable is about me. You being interested is about me. You succeeding in your struggles is about me, whatever. And going, he's his own person?
I'm going. Good and gravy, please.
Bark.
Bark.
Come on, Roxy. Let's go. Did he ask us to watch Roxy? I thought he just said that he needed to figure out Roxy if he was going to get
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. I don't think he asked
He didn't
specifically
ask
at
us.
all.
He just...
So apparently we have...
Hi, Mr. Amari. That's an interesting name for that task.
No kidding.
All right. Moment of truth. Let's see what this guy can tell me about Aunt Mary. I guess?
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, we've never met you before.
No.
And we've already got your face.
Yeah.
I find that to be... Your phone is God.
Yeah.
If you want to call anybody, you can know exactly who it's going to connect to because it will instantly give you a picture of whomever and in perfect profile so you know exactly who they are.
Yeah, you never have a bad reference picture for any of your friends on your phone or that kind of thing, or don't have one. Be hilarious. You just dead call people, like you're just dialing numbers randomly and seeing what the picture is. You know how many people would get harassed?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, my God. And then being like, this number goes to this face.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that... Good catch, because, yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. Do you want to?
Samir Amari.
Hi there. I'm Lily Roberts, calling about Mary LaRosa's estate.
Mary? Oh, right. Sorry, I've always known her as Diana. Diana Xander. Are you her heir?
She has 3 names now.
Oh, God.
That's me.
Well, we have a lot to talk about. Diana, sorry, Mary, appointed me as executor of her estate.
But Mr. Jones said he was executor of her estate. Do you mean of her book estate specifically, or of her estate? And if so, why didn't you contact me?
I'm having problems with
I am
this,
too.
okay.
But she already has an executor.
Yeah, that part's a bit confusing. She was maintaining 2 identities. 3, if you count Barry Means.
Oh, this is really forward and really wildly different than the entire rest of the game.
I'm
Holy
also
shit.
like, holy shit. Actually, that is wild. Like, they're just like, this is really ridiculous and really complicated. And I'm like, and you're going to do this in the last 3 days?
Yeah, well, that's because they have to draw you into a whole bunch of new stuff to keep you playing after the first 30 days.
Right.
I assume.
That would be... So, Mr. Jones, was it? He and I have been trying to figure out how to handle that legally. But I think him talking about all this in person talking about this all in person would be best. Do you have any availability this week?
Will there be paperwork involved where I can actually, like, have things written down and understand them and have, like, concrete answers instead of just words? I mean, sorry, but the next 3 days are out.
Yes.
And by that, I mean the entire week, I guess, because we don't know what day of the week it is. This week is crazy busy.
Okay. I've just had a potential buyer contacting me about her land. A big house and estate in the California mountains. Are you familiar with it?
That's the part I inherited. Uh, yeah. You could say that. Wait,
Ha,
contact
yeah.
you about buying it?
Yes.
So, does that mean you're executor of that?
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, apparently she bought it in the 90s. My dad was her agent at the time, actually.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Runs in the family, huh? Wait, you said she bought it in the 90s. That can't be right, because I have childhood memories of this place and that wouldn't line up properly with my age of 30-something. Oh,
It wouldn't.
I was going to say, on the other hand, she could have bought it from her husband at that time, or he could have been living on it and have it still be partner-owned with the other people.
Right.
So,
I mean, that's what it says on all the paperwork. Got the deed and land record right here.
the thing is that would totally be a thing of going, she wouldn't have to own it to have been living there. There's a lot of circumstances, especially if it was Arthur's. Then there's the experience of going, if that was your uncle's and she marries into that experience, because as far as we know, that was his family's thing, then we'd be fine.
Yeah.
There must be some kind of mistake. Do you think you could just send me the paperwork in like an email?
Sure, but it'll have to be hard copies. Text me your address and I'll overnight them to you.
I see. Thank you so much. I will.
No problem, and just let me know as soon as you have time to meet. Like I said, lots to talk about.
Is there a time deadline that I should know about that I'll miss if I don't meet with you? I mean, of course! Thanks again, Samir. I don't have any awareness of pressing deadlines or anything like that.
We also went from calling him Mr. Amir to Samir,
Yes.
and that's interesting.
I mean,
My pleasure,
he answered the phone, Samir, so I guess we just assumed it.
I guess.
Click. Did he say click?
Nope, it wasn't under his name.
Yay! They did it for one person.
They've had it off and on, but the problem is that's why it gets so weird, because it's like you're not being
What
consistent.
the heck is going on? Has Mr. Jones been swindling me this entire time and getting me to remake this estate for a different reason for somebody else and I don't know anything?
Orf.
Oh.
I am dog.
All right.
I-
Well, another cutscene.
Oh, dang. Okay, well, that's fine.
All right. Okay. Can't worry about any of that now. Please stop digging in the garden. 3 days left, including today, so just 2 and some change. Just have to figure out how to get this last part of the estate. Come on, Roxy. A-hunting we will go. Did she say get to the last part of this estate? Because I didn't see to.
I didn't either.
Just get this last part of the estate.
I
Dot. Hello. Oh, hey, Mom. You're up early
After staying up late.
and hovering your feet over the ground.
Mm-hmm. It's never too early to relax, sweetie. Where are you off to?
Trying to find the last part of the estate. I thought it was around here somewhere based on the land records that I'm not holding and the map that I don't have with me. And it's not inside the greenhouse, so...
None for me. I think I saw a path down by the quarry when you and the grease monkey were working there.
Why didn't you say anything, Mom? Oh, can I ask you about the blast door down there now? Thanks. Nope, never mind, I don't care about the blast door. Wait, hey, Mom.
Yeah?
Be nice to him. Or else.
Nicer.
Nicer.
Ooh! Noted.
I mean, Grease Monkey doesn't have to be an insult, it's just the way she's saying it.
Yes.
All right, Path.
All right, well,
Well-
we're going to figure out a path. So thank you very much, guys, though, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And
It was great playing with you. Bye!